over nonsense. Sex over nonsense. Sex over nonsense. Sex over nonsense.
Hey guys. So I probably should have kept the black hair to keep a little continuity, but I record a lot of videos at one time. Anyway, this next video I brought on my homie, my bestie from way back in the day, Precious, and then y'all know Mike already. And we're gonna have a conversation about dating and sex, or sex while dating, or sex and dating, however you want to put it. This will be a two-part series because this conversation is gonna go for a while. So I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also follow @Hershéme on Instagram. Thanks, guys. Enjoy. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Precious.
Hi.
Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Okay, there may be some lag in this video because unfortunately it is storming where I am, it is storming where Precious is, and it is storming where Mike is. So if there is some lag in the video or the audio, that is what it is, okay? So like I said in my intro, we're gonna be talking about sex and dating. Y'all ready for this conversation?
Oh.
So I have
I ain't ready.
questions.
I ain't ready.
Ready? Okay. So I have my bestie, Precious, one of my lifelong friends. I've known Precious since there was a 1 in front of my age. So I know she's gone through all the phases of Asia. So she knows dating Asia, married Asia, and now single grown dating Asia. And then I have Mike, my homie, who's on all my podcasts and stuff, and he's here to offer the male perspective, even though he's not dating. He was dating at one point. So he's here to offer the male perspective on the different conversations, questions, and topics that we go over. Okay? So,
and as you can see, I have clearly fell off the horse.
Yeah, we're not doing a drinking. All right, you know, forget it. Like,
Okay. It's drinks and dialogue by now. That's what we at.
Yes.
That's appropriate when talking about dating, especially in 2020. Alcohol is definitely appropriate for that conversation, so we're good. So for the sake of this conversation, I actually had Precious come up with some questions to kind of start off the conversation. And then we'll go from there, okay?
Okay, so we're talking about sex and dating, and my first question to start it off is, when is it okay to start having sex? Is it okay to start having sex on the first day? Because you know how they have the first day, the 90-day rule, and the 10-day rule. You know, when Mike, right? Because we already know when, right? You know
Okay. I'm listening.
When is it okay to start having sex? When do you feel like it's okay and appropriate for the woman to start or initiate sex and dating?
I really think, as far as that's concerned, it's how you feel about the vibe you get from that person. I think it's really it is, because you wait too long, some people lose interest. Because that is an important factor. You know what I'm saying? That chemistry. Yeah, that, you know what I'm saying, that chemistry between those two people, maybe that one person, they feel that sexual chemistry. And if you push that off, some people may lose interest in the person. So it really depends on you as a person, how you feel, I won't say feel about that person, but the connectivity you feel with that person.
How do you feel about
if it happens the first date, if it happens.
How do you feel about women busting it on the first date? What if I feel like I'm feeling you, I just met you, and I'm feeling you, and I want to pop it off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you looking at me like that? Like, do you look at me after that? Like, because of course you're gonna still pop it off, like, regardless how you feel, right? But am I a hoe now?
Right.
Am I a thought now? Am I like not in the line of wanting to have a serious relationship with me? Like, how does that go?
Now, where I'm concerned, that's I won't say it's a conversation, but my feeling as far as something progressive, that depends on the conversation you as a person. So if we sat down and we've had conversation prior to us, or we're out and we're chilling and we had a conversation and shit pops off and it goes down, okay, it just popped off and it goes down. Now, depending on how I feel about you as a person, depends on the content of that conversation. So if you don't intrigue my intellect, then you just popped it off and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I already know there's nothing but that going from forward. But
so you saying basically, if like, it depends on the vibe. Like, if like, because usually you converse before, at some point, right before you actually have sex with this person, whether it be on the first date or not. And right. So you basically saying, like, based on the content of those conversations and how those conversations go, and basically the mentality of the person. If the person is having sex on the first date because they feel like that's what they should do, or they just want to have sex on the first date, and there's no chemistry that, like, that opens that up. Because, usually it's a chemistry that opens that up. See, like, I'm gonna get a little personal. Like me, I've had sex on the first date, and I've waited 3-4 months. You know what I'm saying? And I've waited 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I've waited a week, but it was definitely based on the vibe and, like you said, the chemistry of me and that person that said whether it was okay. I could have been talking to you for a week or talking to you for 2 weeks, right. And for some reason the chemistry just got us both like, oh man, like I'm feeling like this when I see this person, and then it's okay. But then it's like, okay, I just met you, I talked to you for like 10 minutes, and I told you to come with me, and you popping it off. Like, nah.
That's different.
That's whole shit.
That's different.
Yeah, that's a different. You know what I'm saying? So
now, I gotta wait. Can I?
Just met. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Can I elaborate on this a little bit, on this question, if you don't mind? What do you do if the vibe is dope? Y'all been talking, y'all getting along, everything's good, you're excited, there's chemistry.
I know exactly where you're going.
There's chemistry, y'all go on this date, y'all, it sparks, and the sex is trash. The sex is trash.
What do you mean? What do you do?
Meat is trash.
You're asking.
So
what do we
do? So now.
Go ahead, Mike.
So now, you know what I'm saying, as a woman, that you got a decision to make. You know what I'm saying? Is the connection that you have with this person strong enough for you to get over that? Or that's, and you're like, I'm on to the next one. Or you at your builder man phase, so now you got all them good vibes, and then you got to go find another dude, get you with that good meat.
See, it's kind of a little bit more complicated for, like, women. I mean, I would say that, I've liked somebody, I've liked a person, and the sex was not trash. I mean, was trash. I mean, like, trash. But, this person treated me better than any dude has ever treated me in my life. So even though I feel like this person's sex is trash, the empathy in me as a woman is still like, is that the 20 or the 80? And, I'm going to stick around to find out. I'm not going to so necessarily just walk away.
So now.
is it bad if I wanted to? Because that's kind of, I
So
think
now,
that's
so wait, so when you say trash,
huh?
no, not at all. But see, when you say trash, is it something that you can overcome? Like, is it like, hold on. Is it something that's that he's not doing or doing that's teachable, that you can keep, you know what I'm saying, either, you know what I'm saying, guide him to do more of, guide him to do less of, that you can overcome that. But if it's nothing, like if it's genetics,
Yeah, that's what I meant when I say, like, you
can't
know,
overcome.
yeah, like, you're right. You can't overcome genetics. And, you know, I'm at an age, I'm definitely an adult. You know what I mean? And I'm at an age where
So you're not looking for, you know
I
what I'm saying,
believe that
baby
sex
legs.
can
Okay.
be teachable. I believe like sex can be teachable. It can be. It can be. But just because
Okay.
it's not good, like everything can be fixed. And sex is one of those things that can be fixed. You get what I mean? But it's also, like you said, is it genetics? Is this person not teachable? That's like also a question to have in your
Right.
mind. But my question to you is, say like this guy's sex is not good, like what Asia was trying to say. This guy's sex is not good. Do I get to say, you know what, fuck you? This guy's sex, your sex is not good, and I'm cutting like guys do us. Like, you know, like how do guys feel when we do the shit that they do? Like, you know what? I had sex with him today.
And I'm gonna tell you,
and I'm about to find
if
me
you
some.
tell a dude that his pride gonna be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Off top. Just, you know what I'm saying, just as a woman, you know what I'm saying, like a woman would, his pride he gonna be hurt, and you probably won't ever get rid of this dude, ever. Because he's gonna keep coming back, trying to prove, if you say that to him, trying to prove the fact that,
So, no,
hey, I'm better than you thought I was.
That's funny.
I'm not garbage.
I mean, okay, so I'll say I've been in scenarios where so I've been in both. I've been in scenarios where the vibe was dope, the sex was trash, but it was so trash that the vibe didn't matter anymore. Right? Like, the vibe just didn't matter anymore. Like there was no coming back.
Like, is it fixable? Can it be fixable? Are you so fucking turned off with this shit that you just like, now everything you do I don't like no more?
Yeah, like, okay, with that particular situation, right? It was bad. Like, it just went from bad to worse to I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, it was bad. You feel what I'm saying? And it was one of those things where it's like, me as a woman, I had to have a moment where I was like, as much as the vibe and the conversation is cool, it wasn't so good that I felt like I wanted to teach somebody. It was like, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it, and I'm good. Like, and then it was like, you know it's bad, bruh. You knew it was bad. And my thing is, if you know it's bad, because players fuck up too. Everybody's allowed to have a bad moment, right? But if you know it's bad, own your bad. Own your shit. You get what I'm saying? Just be like, yo, look, I know it wasn't. I've had that too. You get what I'm saying? I've had situations where I've dealt with somebody and it was like, ugh, right? And then, but they owned it and was like, look, I don't know what that was. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just, and so you give them another chance and then it's like, oh, okay, all right, I can work with this. It ain't great, but it's all right.
But like Precious was saying, at this point in our lives, adults, we know what we're looking for in a person. I think we should, as adults, you know what I'm saying, know what we're looking for in that area or in a person, period.
Oh.
And when it comes to that, I ask leading comments. Sex is, you know what I'm saying, as far as that's concerned. But my question, you know what I'm saying, for me, and your answer gives me an idea, you know what I'm saying, of your thought process. So I know by the answer to that question, you ain't what I'm looking for. So it's, you know what I'm saying, so I'm still, it's about quality, not about quantity, because, you know what I'm saying, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's quality. And if the quality is trash, then why I'm, you know what I'm saying, why I'm gonna rack that up for what? Just to say it happened? No, No. Wasting my time. Wasting all
I mean, sometimes
no.
you know that it's trash in advance. Sometimes as a woman, you know when you're talking to a dude, based on how he's talking, you know it's garbage. And it's usually the ones that talk the most junk. And I look at that and I'm like, who are you trying to convince, bro? Me or you? Because if you constantly talking about what you could do, what you gonna do, how you gonna do it, and we not even like in that type of conversation, you just keep throwing that kind of stuff out there. I'm like, are you trying to build yourself up so you can feel more confident in the moment? Because to me, it's like you ever see where they say like certain cars, like Ferrari don't have commercials because it sells itself. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. If you gotta constantly brag about what you could do, you're probably not doing much. You know what I'm saying?
And
that's a turn off to me.
I agree with that to a certain extent, but I'm gonna say that, you know, once you're telling me like all this stuff, like I'm not gonna front. I've had guys that tell me all this stuff they gonna do to me and was doing that shit. You feel what I'm trying to say? But for the most part, once I see that, you know, you're telling me what you could do, off the rip, for me, I feel like you're not going to fuck me for me. You're not going to have sex with me for me because you already have your way of doing things. And you ain't never even have me yet. Everybody's not the same. You get what I'm trying to say? So for me, like what he said, I'm going to add on to what he said with the thought process. I'm one of those type of people that, remember when I told you, once you know how someone thinks, their mentality, their thought process, you know what I'm saying? You kind of know the answers to a lot of things. And for me, like, once you, like, I see, like, you're so gun-ho on, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you like this, I'm gonna do this, like, you're not really... You should, when you come see me, you should be exploring me, nigga. You don't know me.
That's a fact.
You should be exploring me, and you shouldn't be so sure. You shouldn't be so sure, because to me, that says a little bit of selfishness. Like I said, like, you're not going to have sex with me to make me feel good. You having sex to make you feel good. And I'm not even talking about, like, physically, egotistically. So once I see that, I kind of, like, fall back, because...
And that's why I say, if you tell somebody, if you tell a dude that his sex is trash, you hurt his ego. So you're never going to get rid of that dude, because they're going to keep coming back to try and prove to you.
I would have thought we would have had
this. Not even maybe prove to you, but prove
it to himself.
But they... What? Go ahead. I hear you.
I said what she said, trying to prove it to himself, basically.
Like, that on the bitches before me. I blame those type of situations on the bitches before me. Because I blame that on the chicks who weren't honest. I think there's a way. Now, this is what, let me preface this by saying.
I'm about to say.
Let me preface this by saying, if I'm really dealing with somebody and things are not quite right, there's a conversation to be had, right? There's like, hey, look, this ain't hitting, like, you know, I like the left, you keep going to the right. You know what I mean? There's a conversation that you can have.
I don't do it that quickly. I don't want to see my man or whoever that I'm with, and then they be all in their mind and whatever they...
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's not about when you're having the conversation with somebody that you care about, you shouldn't be emasculating them, but you should definitely be voicing what it is that you need. The problem is, like, when you deal with somebody and like you're dating, we're not talking about in a relationship, we're talking about dating. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why
have that conversation when you're dating, or does it not fucking matter if it's just like, I'm good?
If we're dating, especially at the beginning stages of dating, I would never feel comfortable to have that conversation with a man that they not hitting it right. But what I will do is I will try to make sure they hit it right. So I I would try to steer the situation into satisfaction for me. Now, I've had situations where it didn't work because the guy was susceptible. He wasn't catching on. He wasn't paying attention. Like, okay, she wanted like this. You know what I mean? Like, he was just still in his head about him. And those are the ones that can't be, that's not teachable. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that you say, you know what, I'm gonna leave your ass alone. You get what I'm trying to say? Because if I'm stopping you and I'm telling you to slow, you gotta know how to pick up on a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the type of person that likes like I like it hard, I like it fast, but not all the time. You know what I mean? Like you gotta know when to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know when to be slow. You gotta know when to be fast. And I feel like if you pick up on those type of things, I might could be able to work with you because you are paying attention and you are a vibe. You just don't know. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of times you might not know because bitches don't want to say
they don't know
nothing,
you.
but they don't want to guide the situation. Now, I just recently came out of a situation where the sex was ever trash. I mean, like, this is the trashiest sex I've ever had in my life. I didn't even think like it could get like this. Like, it was just like to the point where it was so trash that I didn't want to do it. I felt like I was a body for him. Like, you just dropping, you dumping on me now. Like, I'm not getting nothing out of this. Like, what the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? I was feeling like trash because it was like nowhere near. But you know, I really cared about this person because you know of the way the person treated me. So I dealt with it for a long time. But that didn't turn into a good situation because obviously now we gone. But I wind up having to tell him. And when I did tell him, like it wasn't working and this wasn't working, and then he wound up like getting medicine and stuff for it, and it was so bad that the medicine wasn't working. Like it boosted up a little bit, but it was nowhere near the boost it needed. So it was still like not there. You get what I mean? And I had to talk to this person about it because I kept saying no. I kept declining the sex. I kept declining. Mind you, we lived together. You know what I mean? So I keep declining every day for like months. And it's like, I can't do this. So I have to say something to him. But once I said something to him about it, it got even more weird. Because now he's in his head and now he, like, upon the action start happening, he doesn't know what to do. It looks very awkward. It's just not flowing right. And I know it's because I said something to him. And he knows it too. He knows what I'm saying is true. But it's like, damn, I'm doing all of this and I'm not pleasing the lady. So it's like, do you say that? So I feel like in dating, if you
even past that,
talk with the person about that, oh, the sex is not all of that. In dating, I feel like you should just walk away from that situation because y'all never gonna recover. You're never gonna recover because, like he said, he's gonna have some shit to prove after that. Go ahead. What you was gonna say?
Well, see, like I said, some people, and you know what I'm saying, it's not even about it is about sex, but let's leave the sex part alone. Some people are not able to get constructive criticism. It could be about, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, folding clothes, you know what I'm saying, washing dishes, you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
But while dating, especially saying y'all live together. So
worth the conversation, we're only dating. Basically dating, we're trying to see if you a good fit for me. You know what I mean? Is that worth the conversation in dating? Like, listen, the sex ain't working for me. And I
wouldn't necessarily say that's worth the conversation. But again, here we go. Those leading questions, those not deal with the sex portion of it. You know what I'm saying, make it about something else and see how that person takes that constructive criticism. Now you see how that person thinks. And if they can't deal with that, then absolutely later on down the road, that is definitely something they're not going to be able to handle. That's not a conversation they're going to have.
So, Precious, would you like to go ahead with your next question?
All right. You know, what I want to do, hold on. I want to turn it up. I want to do a little fill in the blank. I want to do a little fill in the blank. If he or she is blank, okay. I'm not fucking. Fuck it, I'm gonna start with you, Asia. If he or she is blank, I'm not fucking.
If he or she is, oh my God, like, do you want a shallow answer or you want like a answer? Like a deep answer.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna start with. If he is a deadbeat dad, I'm not fucking you. Straight point, period. If he's a deadbeat dad, I'm not fucking you.
If he is broke, I'm not fucking you.
I'm gonna elaborate on that.
Now I got a question. Now, I got a follow-up question for that though.
Broke. What do you mean by broke? Is he like a bum in the mind broke, or does he just not have that much money today broke, or if he has no work ethic broke?
All three.
Like, has no ambition.
If he has no ambition, he has no
wild day.
Okay, I'm saying this. But the chances are, here's the real. If that is the case, we're not dating. You get what I'm saying? Like,
no. Yes, you are dating because you can meet a guy. That's what I was about to say.
You know what I'm saying? If I meet you and I have a conversation with you and I realize these things about you, because I'm not gonna get that far with you until I know certain things about you. You get what I'm saying?
If I meet you and you don't have no fucking job or no way to take care of yourself, upon meeting, next.
Yeah, we're not dating.
Next. This is we talking about in dating. If I meet you,
but that's what I mean. We don't even have to worry. I don't have to worry about that in terms of like.
What is your definition of dating? That's what I'm gonna go with because it seems like we clearly have different ones.
What is my definition of dating?
Of dating. How do you define dating? Because you just said we're not dating if I just met you, and
no,
I feel like
I said
we are dating.
No, I said, if I just met you and I find out those things about you, we're not going to continue dating. Therefore, I don't have to worry about fucking you because I'm not fucking. Right now, I'm not fucking someone I'm not dating.
No, I feel like if I meet you and we're talking, I feel like technically I'm going to call that dating. And we're talking. Upon us talking, I realize you don't have no job right now. I don't really care why you don't have a job. Because there got to be some standards here. I don't care why you don't have a job. Now, if you lose your job while we're dating, it will have to depend on the type of person that you are, your mentality. You know what I'm saying? Your work ethic. Some, shit happened. Like, look, Corona just happened. You know what I'm trying to say? And you lose your job. Like, what are you doing about having your job? Did you lose your job and you just laid up, like, want me to asking me for cigarettes and shit or something? You know what I mean? Like, or did you lose your job and you out here getting to it? I fuck with you like that. Like, okay, like, son just lost his job. He a little fucked up, and I like him. So, when we chill, I'll spend my money. But that depends on everything that I just said, though. So I would still fuck you. So, because I feel like if you fucked up in between, that doesn't make you broke.
No, that doesn't make you broke. I mean, there's exceptions.
It doesn't make you like a broke person.
Yeah, there's exceptions to every rule, but ain't shit is ain't shit. You can't get around it. So,
and that's true. And that's what.
No shit. You don't got nowhere to live. If you don't got nowhere to live, I'm not fucking you. Point blank, period. You don't got nowhere to live.
That was my thing. You talking about? You said a deadbeat. You said deadbeat dad.
If you a deadbeat dad,
about the deadbeat dad.
Hold on.
Now, if you just meet this person.
There's ways you can know that they're
just meet this person.
Talking about
not just meet, but y'all. You know what I'm saying, y'all been dating. But he might be the deadbeat that don't tell you he got kids.
Nah,
so
but
you'll find this out to months,
it's ways
years
you
later
can know they're deadbeat dad, like just in pure conversation.
So wait. Let's reel it back. I wanted to hear Mike's answer to the initial question. Because we said as women what our answers were, broke or the deadbeat, but I wanted to hear what his answer is.
Yeah, if he or she is blank, I'm not fucking.
If they don't stimulate my intellect, period. I am, not that I'm deep, that deep, but I have to have some type of mental stimulation.
Mental.
If I get none of that, then it won't. Then we're not. You know what I'm saying, there's no date. There's not that.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Smash occasionally, but we ain't dating.
But that's not the answer to the question then. Because if you're still willing to fuck,
it says I'm not fucking. Period. Meaning
I'm not smashing at all.
Oh, at all. Okay,
at
hold
all.
on.
At all.
Then that's
If you live wait, I'm gonna say this Asian girl. And just
you know what I'm saying, it's funny, and you know what I'm saying, I actually saw this on television, and it was funny that I saw it. But looking at a person, really the first thing I look at is a person's their smile. Fingernails. I don't care what you're saying, fake, you know what I'm saying, you go to get them done, whatever. Fingernails and a smile. If you don't take care of your nails and your teeth, I got nothing for you.
Dig that.
Nothing.
I could dig that. You know, I kind of answered for you, but what's your answer to that question? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I
don't know where you're at. Yeah.
I'm up here. My real answer to that question, if you're too arrogant, we're not fucking. Like it's like, because to me there's certain things that like
if you arrogant, just to fuck you with, so you could be.
No, I can't do it. I can't. There's a line between. But wait. This is my answer. There's a line between confidence and arrogance. You can be confident. You can be sure in your shit. But when you are confident to the point where you feel like you need to aggressively push your opinions about you on me, that's arrogance. And that I cannot do. Like, I cannot stand that. Because to me, arrogance, like, there's levels to everything. But there's a certain level of arrogance to me that's like, oh no, you're just trying to use this to cover up some deep fucking issues that you got. I've dealt with arrogance. I married arrogance. Like, you trying to cover some deep shit that you ain't dealt with by covering it with all that bullshit. And I can't, like, that's not a turn on to me. It's an instant turn off to me. Like, I can't do it. I can't deal with an attitude. I also can't deal with, I can't stand no bitch in a man. That's another one for me.
Hell no.
I can't stand no bitch in a man. Like, if you do shit, you do certain shit, you act certain ways, you move certain ways, and I can sniff the bitch in you, I can't do it. Like, I can't.
And I cannot do it if, damn, I forgot what I was going to say. It's going to come back.
But I can't do that. What else?
No. I can't do it if like the conversation is always real creepy. Like I can't do it if all you want to talk about is sex and all you want to do is be like, oh, you know, I can't wait to get you in my arms and X, Y, and Z. Like if that's always the conversation, like every time we talk, it's like, you know, you so beautiful. You know, I could just lick your feet and I could drink your bath water. Like nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Thank you. Now, let me add something to that. Let me add something to that. I'm 100% okay with that conversation if we already fucking. But if we are not smashing, that shit is just
me and you. If that's all your conversation, I'm off. If you make me feel like I know that when you first meet someone, you guys don't know each other, right? So like you purely off appearance and attraction, and maybe like 8 times out of 10 sexual attraction, right? But if you come into the game like you not trying to like get to know me or something like that, like I'm not saying that I probably don't want to just fuck your ass too, but you know, I'd like a certain level of respect. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you just coming in just on some, I'm just trying to fuck shit, and it's blatant and obvious, like, I'm not with shit like that. Like, I'm instantly turned off. But even if you coming in the game on some, I'm just trying to fuck shit, nigga, play it off, nigga, because I might be playing it off too. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got kids, you know, like, if you know I have a daughter, you want to play
the long game? You want to play the long game?
You don't gotta play the long game.
You don't gotta have to play the long game.
Here's my thing. I'm totally good. Wait, let me say. I'm totally good with, I could be friends with somebody and we could smash. I'm totally good with that. But what makes me good with that is I need to feel like your level of investment goes an inch above my body. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you don't have to day-to-day me. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, worry about what my kids are doing or this or that or this or that. But you gotta at least like me as a fucking person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a hole for you to just fuck. You gotta like me as a person. And when dudes come at me sexually, it's off-putting to me, especially me, because I don't put myself out there in that way. That's not the image that I give out to the world. You know what I'm saying? If I was busting it open on the internet and was twerking and doing all kind of wild shit, it would be like, I know I'm attracting that energy. But if that's not the energy that I'm giving out. So why you think that in the first conversation with me, you gonna talk about how you want to lick parts of my body, and I'm supposed to be like, okay, no, that shit is nasty. And if you think I'm pretty, 9 times out of 10, there's another nigga out here who think I'm pretty, who's probably licking those parts of my body. So what you got to offer? You know what I'm saying? That's already a thing. So telling me how you can get it. Ooh, I think you sexy. Ooh, I want to do this. Ooh, I just want to eat you for out. That shit is creepy. It's like in real life, you would not walk up to me on the street and be like, I want your face.
It skeeves me out.
Oh.
It's skeevy. It's like, oh my gosh, what you trying to give me something? Like, why are you so thirsty? Like, goddamn. Like, at least say something else. Like, hey, what's up? You good? How you doing? You know, like, what's understood don't have to explain. So we already know what it is. We already know we popping it open, and we won't bust it open when we see each other. But at least the P be like you care, because let me tell you something. I need a person, and any person that's in my life, whether we dating, whatever, you have to care about me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You have to care about me. So I can be your, we could be just busting it open, and I could be your like side piece or whatever people calling it. You get what I'm trying to say? Where it's like really no commitment. I do that. You get what I'm saying? But you're not gonna just be treating me like what people, how people would treat people like that. Like, you have to care. Like, you have to care. You have to care, because it brings a different vibe. It brings a different vibe. And like I said, I look for a certain level of respect. So for me, you know, to emphatically answer that question, it has to be a certain level of respect. in order for you to have sex with me. Because just because you fucking me don't mean you just be fucking me and you know, like not caring about how I feel and just moving how you want. Like, no, you can't be doing that. Like, you can't just come to my house, you telling me about your bitch. Like, it be getting real with these dating. It be getting real with dating. It be getting real like, wait, hold up. Like, just because I know that you have a bitch doesn't mean that you could just be coming and talking about this bitch right here. You feel what I'm trying to say? Because
that's a whole nother conversation you just rolled into.
I'm gonna say that's a whole nother situation.
That's a whole nother conversation you just rolled into just now.
We talking about sex.
A whole nother situation.
Sex and dating and be rolling into situations.
Can you date someone who's already in a relationship? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you can.
Can you truly be dating someone?
Can you truly be dating someone that's in a relationship?
Or are you just a slide?
Nah, I mean, like I said, it depends. What makes you a slide in a party favor is how this person treats you. You're trying to say, so yeah, you can.
Had this conversation with somebody else a few months ago about expectations in relationships. Friendships, on any relationship, it develops how it develops. So you meet somebody and that spawns into something else, into something more than what you may have thought it would have gone. That's expectation. So you can date somebody that is dating somebody else if that person reciprocates that feeling. Or, you know what I'm saying, well, I won't say your feelings, but that the intention is reciprocated between the two people.
One person is not more invested than the other, right?
And
yeah.
Sex over nonsense. 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 Sex over nonsense.